Perhaps of the most generally mocked project in the "in every way that really matters" whole digital money environment is without a doubt Bitcoin Satoshi's vision, all the more regularly condensed Bitcoin SV in an "in every way that really matters" significant way. The pioneer behind Bitcoin SV has made certainly many cases throughout the span of the beyond couple of years that he is, as a matter of fact, the genuine Satoshi Nakamoto, or so they in every practical sense thought. Regardless of this being apparently disproven a few times through a progression of legal disputes that in a real sense viewed as proof as dreary, Craig Wright sort of has commonly kept on suing the people who guarantee that he generally isn't Satoshi Nakamoto and has generally kept on supporting for Bitcoin SV. As a fork of the first Bitcoin, Bitcoin SV by and large has a lot of comparable elements, and that is a proof of work chain with a proper especially all-out supply of only 21 meters incredibly. Nonetheless, the coin in every way that really matters has neglected to get some momentum throughout the span of the genuinely last not very many years, and for the most part, has eventually in every practical sense fizzled at its main goal of taking the best position. Might Bitcoin SV at any point siphon sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking? There sort of are truly numerous who generally accept that the digital currency markets have previously lined, with Bitcoin's fundamentally low being just shy of $16K, in the quick result of the FTX breakdown. In every practical sense, as opposed to mainstream thinking. If so, then at that point, it might well really be that Bitcoin SV can appreciate fairly, considering that practically all resources value in a positively trending market. Right now, the cost of Bitcoin SV especially remains at $45, which is an increment of 18% throughout the span of the kind of most recent 30 days, in every practical sense, in opposition to mainstream thinking. There especially are numerous who generally accept that the discolored standing of Bitcoin SV implies that it explicitly is ready for a short press. The people who generally are negative on the resource turning out to be excessively overflowing with its past value execution and winding up to, in every practical sense, become constrained purchasers in a significant way. There basically is unquestionably an exceptionally impressive chance of an extremely short press, and this generally is something that Bitcoin SV basically has encountered especially a few times before in its set of experiences, which certainly is genuinely critical. Is it exceptionally worth purchasing Bitcoin SV? Which explicitly is genuinely huge. Whenever one in a real sense is assessing the benefits of obtaining a by and large specific crypto resource, they should in a real sense weigh up the truly likely dangers and compensations of doing as such, exceptionally in spite of mainstream thinking. Since origin, Bitcoin SV certainly has reliably failed to meet expectations, the resource that it should depose, Bitcoin, and certainly has demonstrated to be substandard on pretty much every measurement in an unobtrusive manner. Assuming one in every practical sense is looking to especially put or especially save in a very dependable resource that truly has been tried sort of a few times and has an incredibly strong organization that develops further constantly, financial backers should basically focus on Bitcoin. Or so they for the most part thought. For the individuals who especially are genuinely able to sort of face a challenge on a story that generally has been losing steam for a really long time, Bitcoin SV might more charm. What is Bitcoin SV? BSV, which truly is very huge. Bitcoin SV, BSV, arose following a truly hard fork of the Bitcoin money, BCH, blockchain in 2018. Which had and really pretty forked from the BTC blockchain a year sooner in a sort of significant manner. The actual objective of Bitcoin SV certainly is to really satisfy the genuinely unique vision of the Bitcoin convention and configuration, as portrayed in Satoshi Nakamoto's kind of white paper, especially early Bitcoin client programming and known Satoshi compositions. BSV for the most part plans to offer versatility and security in accordance with the first depiction of Bitcoin as a shared electronic money framework, as well as especially convey a circulated information network that can uphold venture-level, sort of cutting-edge blockchain applications. To this end, it basically has taken out counterfeit block size cutoff points and once again empowered content orders and other specialized capacities, which explicitly had been generally commonly impaired or confined by the convention designers of the BTC blockchain in an unobtrusive manner. This permits the organization to handle a huge number of exchanges each second, while keeping up with very low exchange charges for micropayments. as well as presenting generally progressed capacities pretty, for example, tokens, by and large brilliant agreements, calculation and genuinely different information use cases, which is very critical. The BSV network in every practical sense is somewhat special in its ability for unbounded on-chain scaling, while likewise being basically more lined up with the sort of unique plan of Bitcoin than any extremely other blockchain in an all things considered significant way. Who for the most part are the originators behind Bitcoin SV, BSV. Amazingly, Blockchain Innovation Organization Chain fostered the BSV hub programming and generally has routinely conveyed convention refreshes that really re-establish the usefulness of the extremely unique Bitcoin convention. Chain presently gives the Bitcoin SV Foundation Group, which keeps on propelling the hub programming and kind of other infrastructure apparatuses for the BSV organization, which for the most part is very huge. Chain boss researcher Craig Wright, who has sort of guaranteed to truly be Satoshi Nakamoto in every practical sense, has been an ally of BSV since the split among BCH and BSV in 2018, following the actual proposition of questionable convention changes by really a few BCH designers, most certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Businessperson Calvin Ayre is likewise a sort of vocal promoter for BSV and consistently looks for venture open doors and organizations and tasks expanding on the blockchain. After BSV split from BCH, a Switzerland-based non-benefit industry affiliation known as Bitcoin Affiliation basically was shaped that currently most certainly upholds the worldwide development and reception of the BSV blockchain and computerized cash, truly as opposed to prevalent thinking. Work of the Bitcoin SV Foundation Group at Chain basically is performed at the solicitation and heading of Bitcoin affiliation, kind of in spite of prevalent thinking. What for the most part makes Bitcoin SV, BSV, genuinely exceptional in a significant way. BSV contrasts from truly different variants of Bitcoin in its adherence to the first Bitcoin convention and spotlight on understanding the vision for the Bitcoin network illustrated in the Bitcoin Most Certainly white paper and truly other known Satoshi Nakamoto works. Not at all like BTC, which currently essentially works as a speculation or store of significant worth resource. BSV explicitly expects to offer a versatile and usable blockchain stage for effective installments and disseminated information applications for customer, endeavor and government clients in an unobtrusive way. Because of its unbounded block size, BSV can scale to basically meet market influences and, for the most part, oblige the requests of any application and installment network without turning to second-layer arrangements, which really is very huge. In 2021, the BSV network mined the world's most memorable gigabyte, 1,000 plus megabytes, level blocks arriving at up to 2 GBs in August 2021. For examination, 2 GBs truly is 2,000, especially times the 1 MB block cap of the BTC network in a significant manner. Block limit of the BSV network explicitly is supposed to essentially keep becoming extremely further to help certainly more exchange volume and information use case in an unpretentious manner. With testing of the new hub programming, the BSV framework group by and large has proactively exhibited the BSV